Everything my dog and I need to camp on a remote island is either in this kayak or strapped to the paddleboard, including Kiro. And we're looking for an island that's only big enough for the two of us, as per usual. It's now fall in British Columbia, Canada, so the nights are getting shorter and the days are getting colder. I've got the paddleboard attached with just a small rope. It definitely needs to be longer on the way back, and if he comes with me tomorrow fishing. Well, Kiro fell off, so we have to figure out a plan B. This is not the island that we should be on. I think it's too close to the main shore. On the board. Okay, I managed to get him back on the board. He is wet though. He dries really quick, but I do have a towel in case this happened. The entire time we stayed close to the shore. Since this is the first time we've done this, he was only swimming for about 30 seconds before he was able to swim right to the shore. He's a really good swimmer and he does have a life jacket on. Whew, that was still have my adrenaline going though. And he got back on the board and he's sitting much nicer. I think he learned he doesn't want to fall in. This lake has a ton of islands to choose from, but I think that is going to be our home for 24 hours. I'm bringing the kayak and paddleboard around so we can unload our stuff onto the beach side, and he's just following me along the edge. It's like, wait for me! Okay, the sun is setting in 1 hour, so we need to figure out which part of this island we can camp on. There's a fire pit, which means people have cooked here, so I don't really want to sleep right beside a fire pit because of animals. So I've never been to this island before, but I have been to a similar one, and I love island camping because then Kiro can just go off leash if there's no one else camping here, and we pretty much have roam of the entire land. I think this island you could walk across in about 15 minutes, so we're just gonna quickly scam and see if there's a place we can pitch our tent. Okay, this would have been better to pull up on. It was pretty hard to get out where we parked. The brush is pretty thick over here on the other side. It doesn't look like there's another good camping spot. The only animals I'm hearing are birds, but I'm also checking to make sure there's no dens. Animals could swim across and take this place for shelter. I'm bringing the kayak and the paddleboard up onto the shore, kind of behind some trees, so if someone were to come by, I don't know why they would in the night, but they're not gonna know that someone's on here right away. Changed out of my rain pants they're actually my mom's rain pants because I don't own any, that were keeping me dry on the kayak, into some more rugged pants. You guys are familiar with these ones if you've seen any other video of mine. The sun is about to go behind that hill, so we have to get camp set up. So lucky that it's not raining right now. Wow, this is awesome. This island is in the middle of the lake, so we're equally as far from each side. Less likely that bears are going to come. Tuna is probably not the best thing to bring into the backcountry, but now we need to get some filtered water. I'm used to hearing loons out here, but I guess they've flown south. Okay, the sun's gone behind the hill, so it's getting chillier now. Never put out a ground sheet anymore. You gonna help me, buddy? I'm setting up our home. There is a chipmunk over there that's driving Kiro crazy. Leave the chipmunks alone, Kiro. So stoked I have this place all to myself. There is no one else here. We are alone on this island. Oddly enough, thrillers were my favorite genre of movie, and now I can't watch them anymore because I do too much solo camping. I'm just eating some dehydrated mango as a snack. You don't like mango. I dehydrated this at home and it is so good. Wow, there's some fish top feeding right now. I I just saw a giant trout jump. In the morning we're gonna try fishing, but they're really far out there. They're not close to the shore. I'm just enjoying watching them right now. This is my first time back in a tent, and especially to be solo camping since the news about the couple in Banff getting attacked by a grizzly and their dog. I am a little bit nervous to get back out here. I eased into it with car camping, but now we're out, exposed to the elements. We are on an island, so I'm sure that's a bit better, but we can't let fear stop us. I am really happy to be out here. It's so beautiful. I've got my bear bag hung up, so that's good to go. Each day the sun is going down earlier, and I've been trying to find productive things to do instead of just the doom scroll. I love to learn new things, and Canada is actually bilingual for English and French. We do have to learn French in school, but the classroom setting doesn't always click with everyone, and I certainly don't remember pretty much any of the French. But the job market does open up if you can speak both languages, especially in e-commerce, which is the industry that I work in. So I've been trying to learn French and refresh my memory using the app Babbel, and they are actually sponsoring this portion of the video, so thank you so much to Babbel. Believe it or not, they've created a really fun app that feels like a game while you're learning a language, and you can learn in as little as 3 weeks. It is one of the top language learning apps in the world because they base it off of real life conversations. So if you're visiting a new country and you just want to learn the basics, you can choose a subscription for that, or you can go into more advanced and become fluent, but they do it in a really fun way. The user experience design is amazing. Let me show you. Tu parles espagnol? Yeah.
Tu parles espagnol? Il parle français.
Il parle français.
Vous parlez anglais?
Vous parlez anglais? Yeah. I have a link in my description for 60% off your subscription, and they do offer a lifetime subscription with a 20-day money-back guarantee, so there's no risk involved. But let me know. If you want to learn a new language, what would it be? Write it down below. It's getting dark so early, but I have this cool little lamp that's solar powered. So I'm going to sit out here just a little while until the sun fully goes down. You're going to come join me? Oh. Oh, he's shaking a bit. Okay, we gotta get your jackets on. Do everything to protect baby Kiro. Are you getting the comfy bed tonight as per usual? I'm pretty warm right now. It is supposed to drop to -1 degrees Celsius tonight, which is the coldest it's been for me camping this summer and fall. Perfect, okay. And now we have his winter parka, which goes over top of the fleece layer, and I think he's gonna be really warm. I think you need your own sleeping bag, bud. It is nothing but brush around us. This view kind of makes it look like it's in a video game. Coast is clear, Kiro. We're good. We're good. Good morning. I didn't get any sleep last night. It was so cold. It dropped below 0. It's about 7:30 and the sun is just barely rising. We were only supposed to see about 1 km/h winds, which is barely anything, same as yesterday, but through the night the wind really picked up and the water's pretty choppy, which is okay for the kayak, but the paddleboard will get a lot of splashes, and I'm concerned that Kiro is going to take a fall again, and this time it's really cold. We're only about 30 minutes from where my car is because this was a new technique. So I think we're gonna wait out the morning and see if it dies down a little bit, but usually the morning is the most calm part of the day. It takes twice as long to do any task when it's cold. It didn't freeze, so it wasn't that cold for that long. So I have this ferro rod that has fat wood on it. The handle's also fat wood. It's extremely flammable, so if you scrape some of it off, Okay, I took a break from the fire because I need a warm coffee. It's getting cozy. It's still about 1 degree out Celsius. I wonder if my lighter was just cold or if it's actually out of butane because I've barely used this guy. Okay, yep, it's out of butane. Should I make pine tea? Just kidding. I'm not that desperate yet. My favorite little vanilla latte, instant. This whole time I thought it was animals I should be scared of, but it's actually the weather. Kira's falling asleep. You can see his eyes closing. Oh, I heard his name, so he piped up. September, October is, of course, right before bears hibernate, so they're scavenging and trying to get any food. They're hungry, they're going to be a bit more aggressive. I think that's where my fear came from, and also the recent news, but bears are always going to be out in the outdoors. As someone who's new to solo camping and being exposed to the elements within the last couple years, it's still something that I have to work on getting comfortable with. Last night, I think Kira and I both would have benefited from having boiled water inside my water bottle and putting it in our sleeping bag to work as a heater. I'll definitely have to do that next overnighter. I had the sleeping bag over my pad and Kira was kind of on it, but then a bird came on the tree branch right in front of us and he jumped up so fast to go chase after it and he put 2 giant holes in my sleeping pad. I invested in this sleeping pad and it is not cheap, so that is such a bummer. I'm gonna have to try and repair it when I get home, but as soon as my butt started sinking to the ground, I was like, no. The wind is just picking up more and more. I think we have to pack up and get out of here. We can still fish from where my car is parked. I think this is the last trip of the season where I bring Kira out on the water for an overnighter. I need a better mode of transportation like a canoe or a pack raft. Goodbye to this little campsite. Okay, this time I've put nothing in the front so Kiro can't step on it, and I've used paracord to have a longer leash so that I'm not tugging it as much. I have to finish this crossing and then we'll be able to hug the shoreline. Oh, I wish I had my gloves on. I don't like this. Okay, we're halfway. Hold on. Oh my god, these waves are huge. Oh my god, I wish I could show you guys in front. I'm not going anywhere. Oh, I'm starting to get a sick feeling. Hang on. Oh, I see the car. We're just about to pull up onto shore. If that's not type 2 fun, I don't know what is. I'm just glad nobody got hurt. Paracord worked much better though. We made it. Kira, don't be mad at me. I'm gonna have some lunch, a hot lunch, and warm up in the car with Kiro, and then I'm gonna leave him in there. It's heated and it's nice and cold outside. And then head back out there on the kayak by myself. Dehydrated pasta. I dehydrated it at home. It has beans and broccoli and pasta sauce in it. Just put half the bag in this silicone stasher bag and you can pour the hot water directly in there. I'm warmed up, I'm fueled up. There's a couple other tin boats on the lake, so I guess I'm gonna go join them and try and catch something. Let's go. This makes a world of a difference when I'm not towing a 20-pound bag, a 30-pound dog, no, 55-pound dog, and a paddleboard. Just using a good old spinner. There is rainbow trout in this lake. Let's just troll for a bit, I guess. I wanted to bring my fly rod out here, but there's just no fish top feeding. I wish I had done it last night when I had the chance, but I was just focused on getting camp set up. Just a worm on a hook, so let's see how that does. Worm didn't work, spinner didn't work. Now I'm going to put 2 pieces of corn on. Once again, no fish.
She'll never catch a fish.
But that's all right. It was a really fun 24 hours. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you to anyone that's watched, liked, subscribed, commented. It means the world to me. And a special shout out to the Patreon community. Oh, I thought I had a fish on. Special shout out to the Patreon community. With your generous support, I'm able to produce a lot more of these videos. So thank you, and we will see you all next week. Bye. You look so nervous. He doesn't really like off-roading. I really pushed him out of his comfort zone, but he's fantastic.